All right, welcome to another game of On Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I am the designer, the creator of On Base. And On Base is a new sabermetric-based, sabermetric-driven cards and dice baseball game. It's also got a digital version, but the cards and dice version is the one that we're showing here. And this matchup is going to be between the 2019 Astros, and they're going to be at the 2019 Twins. So let's run through the lineups. Second base, Jose Altuve. Third base, Alex Bregman. Michael Brantley. Batting third, Carlos Correa. Hitting cleanup, Ulieski Gurriel. The first baseman is hitting fifth. Josh Reddick is in right field. Tyler White is in at the DH spot. Catching is Chirinos. And Jake Marisnick is playing center field. For the Twins, we have Max Kepler in right, Jorge Polanco at short, Eddie Rosario is hitting in the DH spot, Mitch Garver catching, Marwin Gonzalez at first, Jonathan Scope at second, Jake Cave in left, Ahire Adrianza, I think that's how you say it, Ahire, Ahire, I think is how you say it. And then Byron Buxton, the speedster in center field, is batting ninth. So the two pitchers for today's game are Odorizzi for the Twins, so he'll be on the mound first, and then Justin Verlander going for the Astros. This game was actually played. What was the date? April 29th, 2019. So this is an actually played game, and let me pull up my ball roller. So here we go. Okay, and as always, I'm not going to talk through a lot of actual gameplay, like how to play the game, but I will you'll get some of that as we move through some of the different situations, and I think through game strategy. We have our batter cards here. We're just going to sort of find them on the PDFs, and then we have our pitcher cards sort of always up, one up here. So here is the roll. Odorizzi facing Jose Altuve first. The roll is a 1-5, and let's find Altuve here. It's down. So 1-5 is going to be a ground out, and a ground out to the shortstop. So shortstop is up with it, Adrianza, I believe, and over to first. Alex Bregman, at third base, he's in next. Here's a 34, and a 34 to Bregman is going to be a fly out. So Bregman flies out to left field, and that's 2 down in the inning. And Michael Brantley, batting third for the Astros, he steps in against Odorizzi. Here's a 26. A 2-6 is going to be a K off of Odorizzi's card. So that's going to be a strikeout looking. So let's go ahead and add that. We'll come back and change that to a strikeout looking. So Odorizzi gets out of the top of the first. 1-2-3 inning brings up the Twins in the bottom of the first inning. And the Twins are going to be facing off against Verlander. Here is a 45 to Max Kepler, and a 45, let's see, where is Kepler? Kepler here, 45 is going to be a flyout, and it's going to be a flyout to center field. So 1 up, 1 down for Verlander, and now he faces Jorge Polanco, the shortstop. Here's a 4-4. 4-4 to Polanco is going to be a walk, so ball 4, and he gets on base via the walk. And so one runner on first base, 1 out, and Eddie Rosario, the DH, steps up to the plate. Polanco is only a 4.7, not a real threat to run. Here's a 5-6. A 5-6 on Verlander's card is going to be a strikeout, and Rosario strikes out swinging for the second out of the inning, and Mitch Garver, cleanup hitter, catching for the Twins. Here's a 1-4 and a 1-4 to Garber. Is going to be a single, so he strokes one through the right side, and it's going to be a base knock against Verlander. With 2 outs, base runner gets an extra base, so he's going to go first to third. So we'll say he advances to third. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs, and Marwin Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez, let's see, here he is on the second page, switch hitting. First baseman, infielder, outfielder, sort of utility, super utility man. Here's a 23. 23 is going to be a ground out with an error check. It's a ground out to shortstop, so let's see. No error. Shortstop picks it up, throws it over to first, and Verlander gets out of the jam with no issues. Takes it to the top of the second, scores 0-0. And Carlos Correa, the cleanup hitter for the Astros in this game, will lead off the inning. It's going to be a 1-6 and a 1-6 to Correa. Let's see where he is. 1-6 to Correa is going to be a flyout, and it's a flyout to center field. So 1 up, 1 down for Odorizzi. Ulieski Gurriel, first baseman for the Astros, steps up. Here's a 24. And a 24 to Gurriel is 24 is going to be a double play or a strikeout. Nobody on base, so it can't be a double play. So it's going to be a strikeout swinging. Odorizzi gets Gurriel for the his second strikeout of the day. Gurriel's first, and Josh Reddick, the right fielder, steps in. There's a 4-5 to Reddick. I believe he's probably on the second page. So 4-5 to Reddick's going to be a flyout, and he flies out to left field. Left fielder reaches up, puts it away for the third out of the inning. Go to the bottom of the second inning. Astros at the Twins, score 0-0. Jonathan Scope, the second baseman, leads off for the Twins. It's a 35, and a 35 for Scope is going to be a strikeout. So Verlander puts it on the black. Scope can't catch up to it, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Jake Cave, left fielder for the Twins, steps in. Here's another 35. And let's see if Cave's got a different... Let's see if he's got a different result. 35 for Cave, also a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts in a row. Gets him on a beautiful curveball. And 2 down in the inning. Verlander here in the bottom of the second inning. Adrianza steps in. He's playing third base in the game. 36 for Adrianza. Yeah. There he is. And a 36 is going to be a flyout. So it's going to be a fly ball to right field. Right fielder reaches up, puts it away. And that's the third out of the inning. So still 0-0. We go to the top of the third inning. Here is Tyler White. Tyler White getting in the DH spot today. Here's a 66. The 66 is a blank there. And let's see. Where is Tyler White? There he is. And a 66 is a home run. So Odorizzi leaves one down the middle. And Tyler White hitting in the DH spot in the 7-hole takes him deep. So there is a home run. Solo shot from Tyler White puts the Astros up 1-0. Robinson Chirinos catching, steps in the 8 spot against Odorizzi. Here's a 44. And a 44 is going to be a walk. So Odorizzi's shaken up just a little bit maybe in that home run. He gives up a walk. And Jake Marisnick, center fielder for the Astros. Here's a 1-2. And Marisnick, I saw his name. There he is. That's a 12. A 1-2 is going to be a ground out with the runner advance. So nobody out in the inning, runner on first base. He's going to ground out to the catcher. So a little squibber out in front of the plate. Only play the catcher has is to first base. And so catcher goes 2-3 on the putout. Runner advances to second base. One runner already in the inning, and got a runner at second base with one out. Jose Altuve steps up to the plate. He grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat. Here's a 1-1 to Altuve, a big strikeout from Odorizzi, and he gets Altuve looking. So Altuve can't pull the trigger, and still runner in scoring position, but now 2 outs in the inning. One already in for the Astros in the 3rd inning. This is Alex Bregman. Bregman had a monster year in 2019. He is flat out in this game. Here's a 1-3 and a 1-3 to Alex Bregman is going to be a ground out. So he grounds out to the shortstop, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So shortstop over to first, and that's going to end the inning for the Astros. So Twins get out of that with only 1 run given up, but a big home run there by the DH Tyler White. Leading off for the Twins in the bottom of the 3rd inning is Byron Buxton. There's the pitch to Buxton. That's going to be a 2-6. That's going to be a strikeout from Verlander. And Verlander gets a strikeout looking. All right, Max Kepler, the right fielder. Kepler flied out to right in his last at bat. Let's just roll that again because I didn't see anything happen. A 1-5 to Kepler. Let's see, a 1-5 is going to be a ground out off of Verlander's card. So it's a ground out to second base. So he smokes one, but it's right at the second baseman. Second baseman's up and over to first, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Nobody on, bottom of the 3rd inning, 2 outs. Jorge Polanco, the shortstop, steps up. Here's a 4-4 and a 4-4 to Polanco. Let's see. 4-4 to Polanco is going to be a walk. So he draws his 2nd walk of the day. And he's on first base now with 2 outs in the inning. Eddie Rosario struck out in his first at bat against Verlander. There's a 1-4 and a 1-4 to Rosario. Let's see if we can find him. 4-4 to Rosario is going to, or I'm sorry, a 1-4. 1-4 is going to be a walk or a hit by pitch. So if this were a 1, the D9 were a 1, it'd be a hit by pitch, but he draws the walk, and that puts runners at first and second now with 2 outs. So back-to-back walks for Verlander brings up Mitch Garver, the catcher. There's a 1-4 and a 1-4 to Garver. Let's see what he's got on his card. 1-4 to Garver is going to be a single. So 3 1-4s in a row, I believe, and then we get the single. So that's going to be a single with 2 outs. Runner from second is going to score. Runner from first is going to advance to third, and that ties the ball game at 1-1. So Mitch Garver, his 2nd hit of the day, ties up the game at 1 run apiece. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning with 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Marwin Gonzalez up to the plate. A 5-6 off of Verlander is going to be another strikeout. So Verlander gets the K looking to end the inning and to end the threat. So switch that over. But not before the Twins tie the ball game. So we go to the top of the 4th inning, tie the ball game 1-1, and we got Verlander going for the Astros against Jake Odorizzi for the Twins. So Odorizzi facing Michael Brantley. There's a 4-6 and a 4-6 from Brantley is going to be a strikeout. So strikeout looking. Odorizzi gets his 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th K of the day. Pitching, both pitchers pitching well so far. Brings up Carlos Correa, the shortstop, 4-hole hitter today. 1-5 to Correa. is going to be a ground out, and it's going to be a ground out to first base. So it's a little two hopper to first base, and it's going to be, we're going to go 3-1 on the put out. So he tosses over to the pitcher covering and gets Correa by a few steps. Ulieski Gurriel steps in, first baseman for the Astros. 35 for Gurriel is going to be a double, so big hit with 2 outs in the inning. Gurriel splits the gap and cruises into second base. Here's Josh Reddick. Reddick, the right fielder in this game. And a 2-4. Let's see, where was Reddick? There he is. 2-4 for Reddick is going to be a double play or a strikeout, so that's going to be a K for Odorizzi, and that strikeout gets them out of the inning and out of trouble with the man in scoring position. So go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Astros are tied with the Twins, 1-1. It's a good pitching matchup so far. Here's a 1-1, 1-1 off of Verlander's card. It's going to be another strikeout. So he gets Jonathan Scope swinging and brings up Jake Cave. Cave is 1-1 with the strikeout. Here's a 46. Let's see. 46 for Cave is going to be a strikeout as well. So he strikes out looking. That's 2 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts in a row now for Verlander as he's beginning to settle in and pick up the pace. Adrianza steps in. He flied out to right in his first at bat. There's a 35 and a 35 for Adrianza is going to be another strikeout. So Verlander strikes out the side, and that's going to be another strikeout looking. So a huge curveball that he dropped down on the bottom of the zone. Got Adrianza looking. He's probably looking for a fastball, and got something totally different. Buckled his knees and just couldn't pull the trigger on it. The only run for the Astros came from Tyler White's home run back in the 3rd inning. White steps in now. Game tied 1-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Here is a 5-6 and a 5-6 to White. Is going to be a strikeout. So Odorizzi trying to keep pace. Gets a strikeout looking. Don't know if I think one of these was a strikeout looking. We'll call that one. Call that one the K while he was looking. All right, so Chirino steps in. He's the catcher. 2-2 to Chirinos. Is coming off this card. I'm sorry. It's about to pull it off the wrong card. That's going to be a double off of Odorizzi's card. So 2-bagger, 1 out, 2 out, or 1 out double for Chirinos, and brings up Jake Maresnik. Maresnik grounded out to the catcher his first time. Here's a 2-6. That's off of Odorizzi's card. That's going to be a strikeout swinging. And Jose Altuve 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And here's a 4-4 to Altuve. And a 4-4 is going to be a single, so he hits one sharply into right field. Right fielder is up with it with 2 outs. The runner is going from second base. And here's a throw to the plate, and the throw is going to be late. And runner is going to score from second, and that puts the Astros up 2-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. So clutch RBI single for Jose Altuve brings up Bregman. Altuve, not particularly fast. Here's a 6-6 and a 6-6 to Bregman is going to be another single. So back-to-back singles for the Astros, and that's going to put runners on the corners as the runner at first scoots over to third base. So runners at first and third, 2 outs in the inning, and Michael Brantley, the number 3 hole hitter for the Astros, steps up against Jake Odorizzi. A 1-2 to Brantley is a ground out. Runners advance, that doesn't matter. This is going to end the inning, so it's a ground out to shortstop. Shortstop up with it. Easy throw to first base. Gets Brantley and gets the Twins out of the inning, giving up only 1 run. So Odorizzi dances around some runners on base there. We are at... Let's check out our pitchers here. So batter's face, Verlander 17, Odorizzi 21. So Verlander can go 26, and he's good. Odorizzi is going to reach his limit in the next inning. He does have a home run on here, and we've rolled a 22 in this game, so that's definitely a possibility. But you can see once Verlander gets there, he starts to wear down a little bit. So let's go ahead and we'll stick with Verlander here. And here's the roll. It's a 4-6 against Byron Buxton. See if we can find Buxton. And there he is, and a 4-6 to Buxton's going to be a strikeout. So another strikeout. That's going to be 3, 4, 5 strikeouts in a row for Justin Verlander, who is really putting on a show today. Max Kepler steps in. He's the leadoff hitter for the Twins. Here's a 1-2. And a 1-2 to Kepler is going to be a ground out. And it's going to be a ground out to the catcher. So catcher's going to go 2-3 on that. Makes the play and gets the out. Now 2 down in the inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Twins down 2-1. And here is Jorge Polanco. And here's a 44. And a 44 to Polanco is going to be a walk. So Polanco, man of the hour, with 3 walks so far in the ball game. And Polanco's at first base, and Eddie Rosario, 3-hole hitter today for the Twins. He rolls a 1-6, and Rosario, let's see, he was this page. A 1-6 for Rosario is going to be a fly out with 2 outs. The advance doesn't matter, so it's going to be a fly ball to left field. And Verlander gets out of the 5th inning, not having given up any runs in that particular inning, and keeps the Astros ahead 2-1. Odorizzi is at 21, Verlander at 21, so both pitching really well. Odorizzi can go 23, so he can pitch this inning without having to dip into his stamina ratings. So we're going to leave him out there for the 6th and see how he does. Here's Carlos Correa. Correa, it's a 1-1, and Odorizzi strikes him out, and that's going to be a strikeout swing. So he gets Correa for the first out of the inning. In the top of the 6th, Ulieski Gurriel. Here is a 3-6 to Gurriel. And a 3-6 to Gurriel is going to be a fly ball, and that's a fly out to center field. So 2 quick outs in the inning for Odorizzi, and that brings up Josh Reddick, the right fielder. Reddick is over 2. Here's a 1-3, and Reddick on a 1-3, that's going to be a ground out. So you can see here it's a ground out, and it's going to be a ground out right back to the pitcher. So Odorizzi snags it, tosses it over to first base, and he gets the out to end the inning. So Astros go down the top of the 6th, 1-2-3, and they still lead 2-1 over the Twins. Mitch Garver is going to be the first up. So it's a 3-5, a 3-5 to Garver is going to be a strikeout. So Verlander with yet another strikeout. That one is swinging. And Marwin Gonzalez, one of those strikeout victims, steps up to the plate. A 1-3 and a 1-3 to Gonzalez. 1-3 is going to be a ground out. So he grounds out to shortstop. So an easy play at short, easy throw to first, 2 outs in the inning. Verlander still cruising. Jonathan Scope steps in for the Twins. Here's a 3-6. Yeah, 3-6 to Scope is going to be another fly out. This is going to be a fly ball to center field. Center fielder retreats back almost to the track and reaches up and puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning. So, game recap here. Justin Verlander and Jake Odorizzi were our starters for the game. Odorizzi's reached his stamina limit, and Verlander getting very close to his. So Verlander at 24, Odorizzi at 24, and Verlander can go into the next inning before he starts to reach into his stamina ratings. Odorizzi is already there, so we're going to remove him from the game. So let's see what we got here for the Twins. This is their second card. Probably not going to go with that. We got Taylor Rogers, Tyler Duffy. So let's go with Trevor May. Let's go with Trevor May. The bottom of the order coming up. And so we're going to bring in May for Odorizzi. So let's go ahead and bring a new pitcher. And that's going to be Trevor May. And he's going to relieve Jake Odorizzi, who went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs, and tons of strikeouts. So good start for Odorizzi, but he's going to have to turn the ball over to Trevor May. So May comes up against Tyler White. Tyler White with a home run back in the 3rd inning. Counts for one of the Astros runs. Here's a 3-6 and a 3-6 to White. Let's see. There he is. 3-6 to White is going to be a fly out right here. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. So May gets the 1st out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down. Brings up Robinson Chirinos, the catcher. He doubled and has walked, so he's 1 for 1 with the run scored so far today. 1-6. 1-6 to Chirinos is going to be a fly out, and that's a fly out to right field. So 2 up, 2 down for Trevor May and Jake Marisnick, the center fielder. That's going to be a 4-4 and a 4-4 for Marisnick. He's over here. 4-4 for Marisnick is going to be a single, so he laces one into left field, and that's his first hit of the day. Puts a runner at first base with 2 outs, and Jose Altuve back to the top of the order for the Astros. So 1-2 to Altuve is going to be a ground out, and that's going to be a grounder to first base. So a little dribbler to first. First baseman reaches down right by the bag, picks it up, takes it unassisted to first, and that's going to end the inning. So Trevor May comes in with the scoreless inning of relief for the Twins, and Twins come into the bottom of the 7th inning, still down 2-1. Justin Verlander still in the game. We can see he is at 24 batters faced. He can go 26 before he has to reach into his stamina ratings, which are the red ratings here. So let's see. He's going to be facing the bottom of the order. Jake Cave, the left fielder, stands in, and that's a 1-3 to Cave. He is here. 1-3 to Cave is going to be a ground out. That's going to be a ground out right back to the pitcher. And so the pitcher goes 1-3 on the put out as he runs it over to first base. Underhand toss to the first baseman and makes the play. So that's 1 out in the inning. Adrianza has struck out once and flied out to right in his 2 at-bats. Here is a 2-4 and a 2-4 to Adrianza. Let's see, he's here. 2-4 to Adrianza is going to be another strikeout for Justin Verlander, so that's going to be a strikeout swinging. That's Adrian's second K of the day. Byron Buxton has not been able to figure out Verlander. He's got 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. Here's a 1-5, and that's going to be a ground out, so he at least makes some contact, and that's going to be a ground out to short. Shortstop's up with it, strong throw to first, and gets him by a half step, and that's going to get Verlander out of the 7th inning. So Verlander's still pitching well against the Twins. Astros up 2-1, and we're going into the top of the 8th inning. Trevor May has a stamina of 5. He has faced 4 pitchers, and so I think we're going to get a new pitcher here. Let's bring in Tyler Duffy. Close ball game, so the Twins are going to play this as if they were tied or ahead. And so Tyler Duffy comes into the game. We'll insert a new pitcher. And it's going to be Tyler Duffy. And he's going to be facing the heart of the order. So Alex Bregman, Michael Brantley, and Carlos Correa. So first pitch to Bregman is a 5-6. Duffy gets the K off of his card. And he gets Bregman swinging. Beautiful breaking ball. And brings up Michael Brantley. Brantley, 2 strikeouts on the day. He's 0 for 3 together. Here's a 3-4. And this could be real trouble. Let's see what Brantley has on a 3-4. For a 3-4, Brantley hits a big towering home run to right field. That was a mistake pitch from Duffy, and Brantley made him pay. So that's a big home run. Solo homer to right field puts the Astros up 3-1. And Carlos Correa steps to the plate. Correa's 0 for 3. There's a 1-2. And the 1-2 on Correa's card is going to be a ground out. So he grounds out to the third baseman. Third baseman is up with it, fires over to first, and that's going to be out number 2 in the top of the 8th inning. Astros up 3-1. And Ulieski Gurriel steps in, first baseman for the Astros. Here is 1-2, going to be a ground out as well. And he hits a 2-hopper to short. Shortstop up with it, over to first. And that ends the inning. But not before more damage is done. So Michael Brantley with a big solo home run gives the Astros a little bit more cushion. And I think the Astros are going to stick with Verlander in this game and see if he can at least get him into the 9th inning. Verlander is past his stamina, so we got to start working off of these red numbers. We'll see how he does. And he's going to face the top of the order. It's Max Kepler. Kepler is 0 for 3 on the day. Make contact every time, but just can't seem to quite get it through. And let's see, Kepler. Max Kepler on a 1-6. 1-6 is going to be a fly out, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th for Verlander. Jorge Polanco steps up to the plate. 2-5 to Polanco is a fly out with an error check. So fly ball to center field. Let's see if there's an error. No error on the play. If it was a 1 or a 2, we'd need to do a check. But it's not. It's a 4. And so that's going to be a fly ball to center field, I believe is what it was. So let's go ahead and play that. So it'll be a fly ball to center. And Eddie Rosario, the DH, he steps in. The Twins running out of outs against Verlander. Here's a 3-3. 3-3 could be real trouble. Let's see what Rosario has for a 3-3. 3-3 is going to be a double. So Rosario gets his first hit of the day. And he laces one down the left field line. And he's going to be standing at second base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning with Mitch Garver standing at the plate. Here he's Garver's 2 for 3 on the day. Here's a 1-4 to Garver. And nothing there. Let's see. 1-4 for Garver is going to be a single. And that's going to be a run-scoring single with 2 outs. Brings the runner in. And we're going to go ahead and pull Verlander after that. Verlander still with the lead, but now cuts it to 3-2. So let's see who the Astros can bring in. Looks like a good time for Ryan Presley. Try to get the hold and keep the game, keep the Astros ahead. So Presley's going to come in for Verlander. Verlander was 7 2/3 pitched. Tons of strikeouts. He struck out the whole bottom of half of the order down here. And great game from him. He's given up only 2 runs and 4 hits. And Marwin Gonzalez, first baseman for the Twins. He's actually, I think he's on the Astros roster too, but maybe not. There's a 1-1, and a 1-1 from Presley is going to be a strikeout. So he gets the K to end the inning. That's going to be a strikeout swinging. Gonzalez could make contact with runners on, and the score remains 3-2. So that Brantley home run back in the 8th inning is looking real big right now. And in steps Josh Reddick. Let's see. We got Tyler Duffy. Let's go and bring in Rogers. Said they're going to play it like it's a tie ball game. See if they can catch a little bit of luck here. So Josh Reddick against Tyler Rogers. Reddick, the right fielder. Here's a pitch. This will be a 4-6. And let's see. Josh Reddick. Josh Reddick on a 4-6. That's going to be a strikeout. Rogers gets the K. And that's going to bring up Tyler White. Tyler White with a home run already today. Here's a 1-2 from Rogers to White. There's he. There he is. A 1-2 is going to be a ground out. And that's going to be a ground out right back to the pitcher. Pitcher picks it up, tosses over to first base, and that's going to be the out. Out number 2, Robinson Chirinos, the catcher, steps in against Taylor Rogers. I don't know if I said Tyler Rogers, but Taylor Rogers. And it's a 1-5 and a 1-5 for Chirinos. Let's see. 1-5 for Chirinos is going to be a single. So here in the top half of the 9th inning, they get a 2-out single from Robinson Chirinos, a little flare to right field, and drops in for a hit. Brings up Jake Marisnick. Marisnick with a 3-6. And he is here, and a 3-6 is going to be a fly out, and that's a fly ball to right field. Can of corn for the right fielder. He reaches up and puts it away, and that takes us to the bottom of the 9th inning. Astros are up 3-2, and they are going to bring in. They're going to bring in their save man. What do we got here? Roberto Osuna. Roberto Osuna. So Osuna is coming in with a 1-run lead. Let's see if he can preserve this and get the save. He's going to be facing the bottom of the order, so Jonathan Scope. Let's see. Maybe we can bring in pinch hitter Sano. And I think they're just going to start bringing some home run hitters off the bench here. Sano had a great year, 34 home runs in 2019. So let's go ahead and bring in a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Miguel Sano. So Sano is going to be facing off against Roberto Osuna. Should be a good matchup there. 25, a 2-5 for Sano is going to be a flyout with an error check. So fly ball to left field. And let's roll again. And no error on the play, so the left fielder makes the play. And that's going to be 1 up, 1 down for Osuna. Next up is Jake Cave. Let's see, who else can we bring in off the bench? Nelson Cruz. We'll just give Cruz a shot at it. Cruz taking the day off, but good opportunity for him to try to tie the ball game here in the bottom of the 9th inning against Roberto Osuna. Here's a 3-4, and this could be serious trouble. 3-4. Oh, it's a fly ball. He hits it right to the warning track and right up against the wall. The left fielder makes the catch. So, oh so close for Nelson Cruz. but that's a big, long, loud out. And now 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. Let's see, do we have anybody else here we could bring in? You just need one of those one swing of the bat kind of guys. How about CJ Cron? CJ Cron. So let's bring in CJ Cron. He's going to have a better opportunity than Adrianza, I think. So bring Cron in. He's the last gasp hope for the Minnesota Twins, down 3-2 in the 9th inning. And let's go ahead and pitch for Mosino. It's going to be a 1-2, and a 1-2 to Cron is going to be a ground out, and that's a ground out to shortstop. And so that's up with it and over, and that's going to be the final out of the ball game. So great ball game between the Astros and the Twins. Astros win 3-2. Verlander with a terrific game, but Odorizzi also with a really good game. So let's see what we got here with our stats. The line for Verlander, 7 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned, 11 Ks and 4 walks. For Odorizzi, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, only 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts and 1 walk. Both bullpens came in and did the work. For the Twins, Garver, 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, so big day for him. And Chirinos for the Astros, 2 for 3 with a run scored. So great ball game. This is On Base Baseball, and this is the 2019 Astros at the 2019 Twins. I'll put a link in the description, but you can go to the link and download 2 demo teams, the 2019 Mets and the Marlins, and you can play these yourself. You'll get the PDFs and you can print those out. The 2019 season will be coming out soon. Hopefully, by the end of the month, we'll have that ready to go for you to purchase, and you'll be able to purchase these particular cards here so that you can see and be able to play these games yourself. All right, that's On Base Baseball. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.